Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Treasure Island. Treasure Island is a game that plays from 2 to 5 according to the box. People, it is a game that is not what I would normally play, is probably the best way to state it. It's a one versus many game. So one person is kind of setting up where things are, everyone else is looking for the thing, the treasure, if you will. I'm still not sure if I like it or not. The whole idea of sitting and kind of just trying to hide something, and you're giving out some clues as the game goes on and keeping track of where you're seeing the clues to. All of that stuff is really super important on this game, because if you give out a clue to this person, you need to remember that you've given that clue to that person. So the next clue that you have to give out, if you have to give it, is it something that actually helps them, or will cross over with the clue that you've already given, and so it doesn't really help them as much. And the other thing on this is that each color has a different skill, so some different one-off actions they can do during the game. Knowing those actions is fairly important. What I noticed, I had a game of this last night, and what I noticed is we picked who we were playing by color only, and then everyone else was looking at this one player going, oh, your skills are really awesome. Oh, I wish I had those skills. So there's a little bit of push-pull, and this, I think, might be one of the mental issues on this game. The fact that lots of people have a specific color that they will always play, which means that when they come to this game, if I always play yellow, I'm going to pick up the yellow character without actually looking at what that character can do, what manipulations that character is able to do. And it's just something to be very aware of with this game, that it may be that you don't necessarily go with that color, or if you're playing with that specific color because you only play that color, is that going to be the same next time you come to the game? Are you going to play with exactly the same skills next time? Is it going to be interesting? Now, I'm presenting this game as someone who has never actually played this game. I've played it 3 times, don't misunderstand me, but I've played as the pirate each time, because the rules say the owner of the game is the person who should be setting up the thing. Of course, you've got the knowledge, the rules in here, you know what's going on. And so playing with new players, you're not going to give them the pirate, which is okay. I have no problem with that, but it means that I haven't had a chance to play the other side of this game. As the pirate, it feels like for the first half of the game, you're just kind of sitting, waiting for stuff to happen. This comes down to the player count thing. I don't think this is a game that works really well at 2 players, because with the 2-player version, one person is the pirate who knows all the stuff. The other person has 3 guys that they can manipulate, but they choose which one they're going to manipulate at each time. There's something weird. It just felt really flat when I played it as a 2-player experience. But then I played it as a 4 or 5-player experience, and suddenly there was like, oh, okay, there is some life in this game, because suddenly you need to see what the other pirates are doing. You need that other bit of information to help you out. And so if this pirate does something and gets some information off me, they may change the direction they're heading, and the next player can go, oh, they were heading there, they're now heading down there. The information they got is very likely not to go up there. There's little stuff like that, and you can use that knowledge or that way of reading other people to your advantage and kind of turn yourself around just for a little bit till people kind of pick up on that, and then shoot up to where you're going to go to. And it's a thought. I saw in one of the games someone do that, and it worked really well to put everyone else off the track. But it also helps the pirate out, because you've only got one person then looking for the treasure in this space rather than 3 or 4. As I say, I'm not a person who really enjoys one versus many games. I think that this one can kind of get through, because it's not just one versus many, because the many are against each other as well. So it is actually 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1, but there's a definite separation with that lead pirate. The whole concept of it, I actually really appreciate. I like the idea of pirates all looking for treasure and all that type of stuff. It actually does feed into my wheelhouse quite nicely. Having the board in front of us, someone said last night, of course they're used to playing Euro games, and that's mostly what I do, but they're looking at it and kind of, okay, so I don't have a little line to tell me to go from here to here, or I don't have a direction that I'm moving around the board. you just have to pick a spot and go. There are only 3 real actions, so it's move a lot, move a little bit, and look a little bit, or look a lot. That's kind of the 3 actions other than your specific chores that your character can do. There's a lot going on, a lot to think about. Having a look, everyone has a screen in front of them, so there's a little map that you've got behind the screen that you can mark as much as you want. You're going to mark your movements on the main map, but you can mark up the little map. And having a look at where everyone was, the guys that got really close to finding the treasure, they had a heck of a lot of markings on their map. So if they were looking somewhere and it's very obvious that it's not there, they've marked that off and said, no, don't go looking there. Or if they've had a clue that says this section is not a section, then they can put markings on them to say, hey, don't look here. And others, it's kind of, yeah, I think I remember, but they're going to make mistakes. So marking within your little map is actually a really, really important thing for you to do. Look, I think that I'll leave that there. Go ahead and watch my Gamesplay and Gamesplanation to get a feel for how the game actually plays and what the rules are and all that type of stuff. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.